After Friday's big sell-off, is it a good time to buy stocks? Is it a good time to buy tech stocks? Most importantly, is it a good time to buy Facebook, Nvidia, Google, Apple, Amazon? What's going on with the tech bubble? What can we expect on Monday? So over the last couple of months, the market has been making all new highs. The big tech stocks have all been making new highs. It seemed like the party would never stop and it would just keep going higher and higher and higher. And Friday was our first real day showing people that the bubble might burst sooner than they thought. The bubble didn't burst, but it had a nice little sell-off, and it kind of reminded people that the market doesn't go straight up. And there's always going to be those days where there's going to be pullbacks. There's going to be opportunities to short these big tech runs and make profit when there's a big sell-off. Nvidia on Friday, big sell-off there, up to the 160 range, pulled back all the way down to the low 140 range. So Nvidia, big mover on Friday, had a bearish article come out from Citron talking about how they thought the price was way overinflated, that it deserved more like a $130 area before going higher. So looking at the Nvidia chart, kind of break down where Nvidia might open on Monday, where it might go, if it has a possibility to go lower, and kind of the game plan on what to do with Nvidia. If you're long, if you're looking to go short, what's kind of the game plan? Is it a good time to dip buy on Nvidia, or is it a good time to go short on Nvidia? Looking at the 5-minute Nvidia chart here, you can see the high of day on Friday was $168. It dropped down to $142. It bounced off this 142 support resistance line from earlier. You'll see here when we pull out, you'll see where that was before, but after that, it got back up here to this 151 area, popped through, then pulled back again. Now it's bouncing around this 148 area into after hours. So kind of looking to see what happens at this 148 area. If we get a pullback, expecting to pull back down to this 142 area. From 142, maybe we get another bounce. You see this bounce here off the 142 area, bounce there at 142, up there to 151. So big move there, $10 move. If you'd have got in there at the bottom, you'd have made a nice $10 profit on each share on that move. You can see as the day went on, it kind of just crashed down. Didn't really have much support as it was crashing down. Big sell-off. I think what happened here is you just had this big rally. If you look at the chart on like the 30-minute, you see the last week, it's just been rallied up from 142 on Monday all the way up there to 168. So really just a huge move there. You can see the moves all really happen like pre-market there, big move, and then on Thursday, that big move again, pre-market running up big, 168 and pulling back. So really key areas to watch on Monday for Nvidia is going to be that 142 area. That was previous support area. It worked again. So we're going to look for that 142 area as key area to watch. So have that on your chart, 142 area as being a possible dip buy. If it breaks through 142, this could possibly bleed down to that 137 area, because it doesn't look like there's much support after that 142 for now. Maybe that 140 area, but looks like if 140 breaks, it's going to go down this 137 easy on that, back to that support. You got to remember that Citron report, the bearish article was talking about this going down to the 130 area. So 130 area is kind of the low end of the range here that we would possibly see this go. They're thinking that it goes back down to this 126, 130 area there on this. Get back to gravity, get back to earth, and then start moving higher. If it starts trading sideways and slowly starts going up, that could happen as well. So kind of looking for those key areas, 142, 158. If you're looking to go short, look to go short here at the 152 area, possibly 154, depending how it acts there. And then look for that move back to this 142 area. If this support here at 148 holds and it starts to go higher and then wants to turn 152 area into support, you're going to look to go long for this move up to the 158, and then through 158 could be even nicer. Nice move higher there. So really going to depend on the volume and the price action. Like I said, we're going to be looking to see if this is going to go sideways or if this is going to go up or down fast. Also taking a look at Facebook. What's going on with Facebook? Facebook obviously owns the social media world right now, owning Instagram, owning Facebook themselves, the actual largest website in the world in terms of media sharing with social media, people interacting there every single day. Facebook ads making tons of profit right now. So take a look at Facebook, get an idea on the range there, where to buy on Monday, where to maybe short sell on Monday, and kind of look at where it might go and some of the areas that it might drop down to. So Facebook opening up Friday at 155 at that high there, kind of not doing much for the week, kind of just bouncing off this 152 area, having some support there. And then on Friday, getting up to 155 and then selling off with the rest of the NASDAQ tech sector. And you can see dropping from 155 down there to 146. So from that 146 area, it bounced pretty hard. Back up here to this 149 area. 149, you can see here on the 1 hour chart, we had previous support there at the 147 and 149 area. So it dipped down there to that 147 area and then jumped back up here to this 149. So not as bad as NVIDIA, but still nice little sell off there. 143 kind of being the previous support resistance. So Monday, looking at that 149 area to hold. If 149 holds, it might be a good long for a move back up above 150, 154. Not expecting as big of a move here off of Facebook. Expecting maybe more of a sell-off if it does start to crash, if the market doesn't look good in the tech sector on Monday. So Facebook could be a safer play if you're looking to go short for only a couple dollars. It might pull back down here to this 146 area and then even down to the 143. So kind of looking at Facebook as a safer bet. If it wants to go up, it's going to go up a little bit. If it wants to go down, it's going to go down a little bit. Maybe it sells off bigger, but kind of what I'm looking at right now, I see some more support compared to NVIDIA, which had a huge run up. It's got some support on the way down. I don't see as big of a move here on Facebook, but there's still going to be a play here on Facebook. Keep an eye on this, maybe possibly bouncing here off the 149 area and then running back up above 150, getting up to that 152 area, and then watching those areas, 151, 152 being previous support areas. Friday, everything just broke through there, down to that 146, 147 support area, and now it's back up above 149 for now. So keep an eye on Facebook for those key areas. Taking a look at Google, where Google might be headed in terms of support and resistance here. Is it a good time to dip buy? Is it a good time to go short? Kind of look at some gaps in the chart and kind of look where the next strong support area is going to be. So Google's at $1,000 there beginning of Friday, pulled back there to 957, bounced off that area, and then came back up here to the 973 and 962, kind of bounced in that area right there. If you look at the overall chart, we got some support there at the 939 area, got some support there at 917, and then 885. So Google having more support there, but still some big gaps. If we break through this 940 area and then 920, it's going to really crash. But I highly doubt we're going to lose that much. Might get a pullback to this 940 area, then bounce there. Maybe we just bounce off 960 and it goes back up to 1,000. We'll see what happens on Monday. But kind of looking at these key areas, if this gets below 900, definitely see a nice pullback to the 880 area. But that 920 area is kind of be support for now, and then 900, so 940 there. So looking at 940, 920, and then 880 area. And then from there, maybe 830, but I highly doubt we're going to get that much of a pullback here. We'll see what happens, but kind of expecting these kind of key areas, looking for that 960 to hold here on Google right now. And if Google wants to keep going higher, it might get back up to that $1,000 area. Amazon broke through $1,000 last week. Amazon was a big mover. People thought that Amazon would never get to $1,000, and now after Friday doing a bit of a pullback there, is it time to jump in on Amazon long, or is it time to short sell Amazon for a possible drop down again? Amazon opened up above 1,000 on Friday and then pulled back down to this 990 area, and then from there pulled back down here to 962. From 962, it bounced up here to 983 and then 970 there. So kind of watching these areas. That 990 area is going to be key area to watch for a break. If it breaks, we're going to expect this to go back higher. If this wants to keep pulling back, I'm going to watch this area here at 960. So if you look back here on the 1 hour chart, you can see there's support resistance there at the 940 area, 930 area. So from there, see a move maybe lower down to 880, and then the 840 being previous support resistance. So kind of watching Amazon to go along here. If it is going to hold this 960 area. If it holds 960 area, it could be a possible good dip buy there for a move back up to highs. If it doesn't want to hold there, look for another pullback down in this 940, 920 area, and then all the way down here to 900 if it gets really crazy at the 960 area for that move back up. Maybe it goes up to 980, has some trouble there at 980. Maybe 980 is a good short for a move back down low. It really just depends what happens on Monday, but kind of keeping these areas in check here, watching that 940 area and then 960 area, kind of 980 area, and 900 area being kind of the low end of a short target. If the 900 breaks, it could get really bad and come down here to 880. 880 doesn't look too strong, so really this 940, 938 area being kind of the next major support there, having a couple days and months of holding that 940 area. So we're going to expect this not to be as big of a move as Nvidia, as like I said with Google, but kind of watching Amazon overall for a possible long here to go in at the 960 area. If 960 wants to hold, if 960 holds, gonna expect to move higher. Looking at the big tech stocks, looking to see what's gonna happen on Monday. Had a big sell-off on Friday. Are we going to rally on Monday, back up to the highs? Are we gonna keep crashing, or are we gonna trade sideways? It'll really depend on how people wanna trade on Monday, what the market consensus is, and kind of the news over the weekend. Anything happening political, whatever Trump's saying, whatever the overall kind of world is thinking, we'll see how the foreign markets do Monday morning, and that'll kind of bleed over into the US markets there on open on Monday. We might get a bit of a pullback there on Monday, and then a big rally after that, or we might keep heading lower, or like I said, we might just trade sideways. So really gonna depend on what happens Monday overall. I'm kind of thinking that we might get more of a pullback on Monday after that big pullback on Friday. People are gonna be scared at any kind of pullback Monday. If we get a big pullback, expecting to go even lower. Give you guys kind of an idea, looking at the chart, where to trade, kind of support, resistance levels coming up for those key stocks like Nvidia, Facebook, Google, Amazon, and AMD also. If you guys have any questions, like I said, be ready for whatever happens on Monday. If the market wants to rally, I'll be going long. If the market wants to crash, I'll be going short. That's kind of the game plan, going either way, up, down, whichever way it's going to go. Hopefully it's going to go up really fast, or hope it's going to go down really fast. The worst thing that could happen really is that the market is trying to trade sideways, doesn't really move much, and doesn't give us opportunity to trade to make profit there on those swings. So that's kind of the goal, looking for a big move either up or down. Either way, going to be ready to play it here, knowing where the support resistance areas are and having a game plan going into Monday, knowing what stocks are hot right now, what stocks could possibly crash lower, and having a good plan here. Depending on what happens with the tech stocks, we'll see what happens. But overall, looking forward to a big day on Monday. I will talk to you guys later.